Phillips, and I want to welcome you to Gaming 101. This is Introduction to Craps. I've got 40 years in the business, being on a crap table. I love this game, okay? I've been a dealer, I've been a player, I've been a supervisor, and I have my own casino fun night company called Show Biz Productions. We're going to teach you the very basics of this game to start, but if you like what you see, hit that bell button to subscribe, because we're going to have future videos where we're going to get more in depth as far as dice handling, strategies, and money management. But right now, we're talking about Introduction to Craps. This is a craps table. When you walk up to a craps table, well, first of all, let me show you the dice. This is a brand new set of dice I brought out for you. They're numbered. This particular set is number 146. So when you open the dice, they're very new. They've never been used. And they're very sharp. And there they go. Each of these are numbered. In a real casino, they have the name of the dice, the name of the casino as well on the dice. These are all numbered. So if they should go off the floor, the casino pit boss would check that number to make sure that there's no phony blonies, to make sure they're real dice, to make sure nobody's putting in crooked dice. Now what happens when you walk up to the crap table to place your bets, first thing you want to do is you want to buy in. These will go into the dice bowl. This is the marker. You buy in when the marker's on off, and I'm also going to teach a little dice etiquette while we're doing this. You don't want to go in the middle of a roll. You want to wait till the marker's on off. If it's on and there's a roll going on, you might want to wait, and that's on, that's not no. It might be no. No, don't throw in your money now. Don't slow down the game. Now the marker's on off. We're in between rolls, and now you want to buy in. So you take your money. You never hand it to the dealer. You just throw it on the layout. The dealer will pick it up. They'll check it. They'll put it in the drop box. He's going to cut out your change into the cum section, and then he's going to hand it off to you. I'm going to hand it off to Val, who's going to help me. She's going to be the dice shooter, and I'm going to hand that off. Hi, Val.
Hey,
take that and chuck it right in your rail there.
All right.
Okay, and then we have the pleasure of Elizabeth, who's going to join us, and Elizabeth is going to be our stick girl. So now you've given the money, you have the money, you chuck it up on your rail. This is your rail right here. Val's good for the beginners because she doesn't really know this game. So we're going to teach her. We're going to teach everybody else as well. This is a fun game. When you go in the casino and you hear hollering and hooting and hollering, it's most likely coming from the crap table. This is the game where there's a certain amount of camaraderie because everybody's playing against the dealer. There is some of that on a blackjack table where the dealer busts and everybody wins, but it's kind of different here. Most people play the do's. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts later. And there's a time for the do's and there's a time for the don'ts. But most people play the do's, and when you're the dice shooter and you got a hot hand and you're rolling and you're making money for everybody, you're going to be the hero, Val. You're going to be the absolute hero, okay? It's like you're a rock star, you know, because you're making everybody money, everybody's having fun, everybody's collecting, everybody's betting. So we're going to start out very basically what I would bet, and I'm going to tell you the best bets on this game. I'm going to tell you the bets that have the lowest house advantage. And you know, this game, there's bets that can be under 1%, and they haven't changed the rules. I've noticed in casino that they've changed the rules on a lot of this stuff to make the bets not as advantageous. On roulette, for instance, I've seen 000 wheels. I mean, 2 zeros is strong enough. Single zero they have in Europe. 000. On blackjack, I've seen where they pay 3-2 on blackjack. Instead, they say 6-5 instead of 3-2 rather, and they hit the soft 17. Well, they haven't changed the rules on this game, and this is a game where the odds are in your favor, not quite in your favor. It's a house game. A lot of people are going to say strategies out there, but either way, what I'm going to tell you is how to limit the house advantage to in some cases, under 1%. And then we're going to have another video come out later, which will have some dice handling that maybe you can even get a slight advantage. But we're going to start with the very basics of the game. And Val, what you want to do now is you want to put a chip on the pass line. We're going to make it a $5 game for simplicity's sake. So now she's on the pass line. To shoot the dice, you have to have a bet on the pass line. All right, so what will happen now, and the pass line is about a 1.5%, and it's about this, a little less on the don't house advantage, okay? But we're going to tell you how to decrease that house advantage to under 1%. So Elizabeth's going to dump the bowl, and we're going to bring the dice over to Val, who's going to pick 2 lucky dice. At this point, they're all red, they're all square, they've all got 6 sides. So now you have 6-sided dice, and to briefly get into the explanation of the dice, every one of these have 6 sides. They're numbered 1 to 6, 36 combinations of the dice. Of that 36 combinations of the dice, 6 of them are 7s. So the game's based on the number 7. Sometimes I tell people 7 you win, 7 you lose, because that's how it works. The first roll of the dice, 7 you win, betting the pass line, and then after that, it's 7 out, you lose. So it's what's in between that matters. So 7 you win on the first roll of the dice, 7-11 you win, 2, 3, or 12 is craps and you lose. So I like to say 7-11, just like the store, 7-11 you win. So Val's going to roll the dice, and at that point we'll tell you where we go from there. First roll of the dice, Val.
Right here, go ahead and place your money on the pass line.
Yep, she's got it on the pass line. Indeed.
All right.
5. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mark the 5. 5 is the point. So we mark the 5, and 5 is the number. So what that means now is you have to make 5 before you make 7. 5 you win, 7 you lose. Now right there behind the pass line, there's where you make your odds bet. And the odds vary in the casino. It depends on the casino. They have single odds, double odds, 3, 4, 5-time odds. Some casinos have 100-time odds. You want to take the maximum odds that your money can handle, because there's no house advantage. There's nowhere back here that says odds. That's kind of a courtesy bet for the people in the know, for the people who know the game. So Val, in as much as she knows the game, she's going to put $10 behind the line. Right here, Val, $10. Right. Take 2 red chips. Okay, $10 pays 3 to 2. Okay, those are the odds. 3 to 2, 6 to 5, and 2 to 1. Those are the behind the line odds. And again, no house advantage on that. There's 0. And what it also does, it lowers the house advantage on the pass line. Now we're down under 1%, and the more you take on those odds, the lower the house advantage goes. Okay, so take that maximum odds you can. Now people ask, what other bets should I make? Well, I always encourage the 6 and the 8. There's about a 1.5% house advantage. So Val, what I need you to do is give me 3 red chips.
All right.
And we're assuming this is a $5 game for simplicity's sake. There's not a lot of that going on, I hate to say, because they're $15 and $25 games for the most part. So drop those in, okay? And she's going to say, give me a $6, 6 and 8.
Give me a $6, 6 and 8.
You got a bet, okay? That's $12 action. So the dealer's going to bring it out, okay? And I'm going to set up that 6 and 8. She's right next to me, 6 and 8. It's got 12 action, and now she has 13 change. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it in the cup, I'm going to hand it off. So now she has, all right, this goes back into your rail.
All right.
She has the 5 for a point, and she has the 6 and the 8. I recommend pretty much betting the 6 and 8, because those are the numbers that have the best advantage for you. There's only about 1.5%. If you get in the 5 and 9, it's about 5%. 4 and 10, you got to buy. The field is about a 5%. The hard ways, well, they're good if they hit because it's high odds, but they're the worst advantage for the player. Anywhere from 9% up to 15, 17% house advantage. So you want to kind of stay away from that, unless they're hitting you there for the short term, and I'm going to throw in a yo and a 12 and it comes up, that's fine. So another thing that she can do now is she can make what we call a come bet. The come bet is establishing a new point. So let's take $5 and put it in the come. That's the same as the pass line, the first roll of the pass line. Now, what I didn't explain is the don't pass. The don't pass is the mirror image. With the don't pass, they're betting against the shooter. That's betting that the 7 is going to come up. It's a slightly higher percentage for the player than the pass, but nevertheless, It's the mirror image, it's the opposite, and we're going to get into do's and don't betting and all the other fun stuff now. So now Val has the 6 and the 8. She's got a point of 5. She's got a fair amount of action here. The best bets on the casino. These are the best bets. The pass line, the come is an extension of the pass line. It's creating a new point, and she's got the 2 best numbers to bet. So now we're going to get her the dice. And you're shooting for a 5. 5 for the money, the bees and honey, like they like to say. Okay, 7. She wasn't good, but she was quick.
Close.
So what's going to happen now? 7, you lose, as I said. So now we're going to bring that in. We're going to bring this bet. One thing she won is the last come bet's always the winner. The last come bet is always the winner. So now it goes back to off, okay? And this is your money.
All right.
And we start all over again. And we start again. 7, 11, you win. 2, 3, or 12 is craps, and you lose. At this point, we would pass the dice around. They go clockwise to a new shooter. Val's our only shooter, so we're going to let her try again, and we're going to give you an idea of some of the other bets. And now I'm going to also show you, let's assume we have a don't better, so we're going to show you the don't side. So let's put a little bet on the pass line.
Okay, let's go with 10.
Okay, if you want action every roll, you can put one in the field. It's about a 5% house advantage. It's really not any worse than placing the 5 or 9. If you ever see a casino, some of them pay triple on the 2 or 12. It's a better bet. Again, I wouldn't recommend it. I do recommend the pass line, the don't pass line. If you want to bet against, I recommend full odds. I recommend the come and the come with odds, and we'll do that again. So now let's assume over here we have somebody who is a don't better. So we're going to put a don't bet there. Again, that's the opposite. Okay. All right, Val, coming out again, 7-11 you win, 7-11 just like the store, 2, 3, or 12 is craps and you lose.
All right, let's try to get 7.
Okay, she got a 10. All right, so now we're going to mark the 10. 4 and the 10 are the hardest numbers. There's only 3 ways to make a 4 and a 10, 6 ways to make a 7. So what happens there is it's 2 to 1 odds. It's 2 to 1 odds you're going to get because the odds are 3 times you're going to make it, 6 times you're not. So you have 10 on the line. Let's put 20 behind the line. Okay. Now we're going to put 20 behind the line. 20 will pay 40. It's good if you make it. If you make that 10. Now we have this don't bet over here, and this don't better is going to lay 10 to win 5. It's the mirror image. It's the opposite. And when you set that up, you're going to set it up next to your $5 bet, and if single odds, you're going to bridge it just like that. Okay, if you were doing double odds, what you would do is you would give what we call a heel, like this. Okay, so now you're betting 20 to win 10. Okay, so let's do that. And Val, how about that 6 and 8? You want to try that again?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, give me $12.
$12? All right.
And we're going to bet a $6, 6 and 8. Okay, I'm going to put you right back here. Now, when they set up these bets for you, you want to keep an eye on where everything is. And when they set up these bets for you, it depends on where you're standing on the table. Val's right next to me, so that's where her bet. If she was one spot over there, if she was in the hook on the corner, she would move over here. And again, next to the stick, she would move over there. So you want to kind of make sure that you're setting up in the right place when they set your bets, so you're going to get paid. Somebody else isn't going to get paid with your money. Now that we've done a don't pass, let's say that player wants to put a don't come bet. Again, the mirror image of the come is the don't come. And we're going to put one in the field just to show you what happens. When you bet the field, you get paid. It's action every roll. Okay, Val, 10 for the money now, the bees and honey.
10.
Puppy paws,
Okay.
5 and 5. Okay, it was a 6. All right, so here's what the dealer's going to do. 6 is going to bring the dice to the center of the table. First thing, there's no 6. If 6 were 9, you'd win the field, but there's no 6, so we take that. Val is going to get paid here. Okay, the dealer, what he does is he's going to drop it into the come, and he's going to hand it off. Now she has the option at this point if she wants to press her bet. By pressing the bet, you're betting your winnings back on that number. So you want to press it, Val?
Let's go ahead. Let's
All right,
press it.
let's press it. So she gets her dollar change, and her $6 bet has now become 12. Okay? Now just for fun, let's put one in the come. This is going to go behind the 6, and if that player wants to, we'll say single odds here, it's going to lay 6 to win 5. Okay, so let's put a don't come bet there, and why don't you try one in the come just for fun? We'll see what
Alright.
happens.
There we go.
Okay, all right, now we're going to hand the dice back to Val. We've got a point of 10, and we're going to let the good times roll, hopefully.
All right, let's go for 10.
10.
10.
10 came up easy.
All
Very
right.
nicely done. So the first thing the dealer's going to do now is, well, we always got to get the losers. It didn't come, it was not a don't pass. And right here, she's going to get 2 to 1 behind. That's kind of a bonus. Okay, she's going to get her money there. Mark was going to go to off. Her come bet's going to go to 10. And this one's going to go to off, and we're ready for the next shot. Okay, now we still have that don't come. Okay, behind the 6. And now you've got 1 there. Now this player, since the don't come works every roll, this player says, all right, I'm going to lay my odds there. I'm going to try another don't pass. Okay, these bets are off for the come out roll. All place bets are off on the come out roll. And the come bet always works. The come and your don't come always work. So, I mean, you have the option of like putting your bet on, and the dealer will put an on marker and say, I want my bet working. But I probably wouldn't do that because it's just kind of more stuff and on, I'm off, I'm this, I'm that. I would just leave it alone and let them do it. All right, now we've got the same lucky shooter, as they say, coming out on a new point, and we're going to hand him the Val and see what happens. Okay, she rolled an 8 now. Okay, so we're gonna mark the 8. Well, let's set her back up. We gotta clean up your stacks there.
Take out the money.
Okay, now she has money on the 8. Well, you gotta have to pass line bet because you shot him. Now we're gonna mark the 8, and what we're gonna do here, you have an 8. Well, you can take that down, or you can press your 6, whatever you'd like.
Let's press it.
Press it. I like your style. All right, now she's got an $18 6. Now you want to put odds behind the line. You can go up to 25 if you want.
Right.
Double odds.
25.
Okay, and how about odds on your 10? Let's put $10 odds there.
Okay.
Oh, we got a lot of action now.
A lot of action.
We're having good. You really want you don't want to set that quite up. You want to hand it to the dealer. Give me one more. You got 5, and the dealer will set it up for you. They don't like you going in their boxes. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, over here, we're going to lay 6 to 5, single odds. Now we've got 3 bets, which is usually a fair amount. I don't know. I don't like to do more, but the more you spread out, and then the 7 comes, and you know, bad thing happened. But we don't even want to say 7 because the dice have ears. So 8's the point. 8's for the money. The bees and honey. Okay, 4 on a weak roll. They like it when they go all the way to the end. You know, it's kind of fair past the judge, the jury, and the executioner. They want to see them bounce off the pyramid rubber, and because they're afraid you might be sliding the dice or manipulating something. And we're going to have a
Redo.
We're going to talk about that on another video. All right, there we go. We've got 6 on a hop shot there. Okay, what happens now? We had a player here with the 6. Okay, and they made the 6 and the don't, so we call down behind. And you don't come on the 6 loses. Right here we have this. She's pressed enough. I don't know, you want to press again? Let's just pay her off. You want to keep some money in the rail, okay? So you have some money when you go, okay? All right, now we're going to shoot again.
Okay.
And 8 is your number.
All right.
7 out. 7 out. All right, 7 out. 7 happens. She did get a couple of rolls in there. And now we're going to pay the don't side, okay, on this. Even money there, and then you pay behind, okay? So what's going to happen here is the dealer's going to pay this 2 to 1 and even money. He's going to take this money. He's going to put it in the don't come bar, and then he's going to hand it off. So that's the very basics of craps. We're going to have a lot of other videos come out. I want to give a big shout out to Scott with Feature Presentation Pictures, who produced this video for us. We're going to have other videos. Ring that bell, subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like, and hang in. We've got a lot of new videos coming out, and we're going to go over money management. We're going to go over dice handling. We're going to go over the do's and the don'ts and the options available and all the other fun stuff. So thank you for viewing, and I hope we get to see you again soon. Also, we produce virtual casino parties, and we have a master class. so you can have a virtual master game where you can practice all your strategies and plays and do it virtually on Zoom. So we can do that for you. I personally teach the master class. We also have fun nights where we produce these for fun, virtually and live. Thank you for viewing, and I hope we get to see you again soon.